Hey Eberjune, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a super common issue for you Audi and Volkswagen owners out there. The dreaded P2015 fault code. If you've seen an EPC light pop up on your dash, felt a rough idle, or noticed a frustrating loss of power, chances are you're dealing with this exact problem. So, what is P2015? It stands for Intake Manifold Runner Position Sensor Switch Circuit Range Performance. Sounds complicated, right? But don't worry, I'm here to break it down for you in simple terms. Basically, your engine has these little flaps inside the intake manifold. They open and close to optimize airflow for better performance and fuel economy. The P2015 code gets triggered when the little plastic arm that controls these flaps either wears out or breaks, causing the flap's position to go outside the range of the engine's computer specs. It's a classic case of a small plastic part causing a big headache. The good news is, diagnosing and fixing it is often easier and cheaper than you might think. You don't necessarily need to replace the entire expensive intake manifold. So, how do you confirm that P2015 is your culprit? First, pop the hood and locate your intake manifold. You'll see a black plastic actuator motor mounted on the side. This is the V157 intake motor. Connected to this motor is a little arm that links to the runner flaps. The first thing you'll want to do is a visual inspection. Is the arm connected? Is it broken? Or does it look excessively worn? Try to move it by hand. You should feel some smooth resistance. But if it feels loose, floppy, or completely disconnected, you've likely found your problem. Another great diagnostic step is to watch the actuator as someone else turns the ignition on. You should see the motor cycle and move the arm through its full range of motion. If it doesn't move at all, or it jitters and gets stuck, that points to a faulty actuator motor. You can also go a step further with them by backprobing the position senses connector. You can check the voltage signals it's sending back to the ECU. As the flap moves, the voltage should change smoothly within a specific range. If you see erratic jumps, or a signal that's stuck high or low, that confirms a sensor issue, which is usually part of the actuator assembly itself. But 9 times out of 10, the problem is purely mechanical. That little plastic arm just can't hold on anymore. Now for the best part, the fix. Instead of forking out hundreds of dollars for a brand new intake manifold from the dealer, there's a brilliant and inexpensive solution. It's a specially designed metal repair bracket. This little piece of metal is a lifesaver. It clips right onto the manifold and acts as a hard stop for the actuator arm, preventing it from over-rotating and going out of range. Installation is usually super simple. You typically just need to remove a couple of screws holding the actuator motor, slip the bracket into place, and then reinstall the motor. The bracket effectively limits the lever's movement, keeping it within the parameters the ECU is happy with. This clears the code and restores your engine's performance. In some cases, where the actuator motor itself has failed, like if you saw no movement during your test, you will need to replace the entire actuator unit. But eventually, it's a much more manageable job than swapping the whole manifold. Once you've installed the bracket or the new motor, you'll need to clear the fault codes with a scan tool. Then, start the car and take it for a drive. You should immediately notice the rough idle is gone. Your power is back. And most importantly, that annoying EPC light is off for good. This simple bracket is one of the most popular and effective fixes in the VW and Audi community, and it can save you a ton of money and hassle. So there you have it, a complete guide to diagnosing and fixing the P2015 fault code. It is a perfect example of how a little bit of knowledge can empower you to tackle car repairs yourself. If you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, and subscribe for more DIY car repair tips and tricks. Got a question or your own P2015 story? Drop it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.